the morning.
Welcome back to our channel, fellow Genoa City addicts. It is a wildly dramatic day, and we just have to unpack everything that went down in the latest episode because my jaw is literally still on the floor. Grab your coffee, your tea, or maybe something a little stronger, because the chaos is absolutely off the charts right now, and we are so here for it. Let's dive right into the madness. I cannot believe Sally Spectra just went off on Adam and Chelsea like that. I mean, I am literally sitting here typing furiously at my screen because she is aiming all her fire at the exact wrong people. She just cornered them and unleashed this massive wave of accusations, completely blaming them for the attacks on Spectra Charles. And honestly, I get why she's paranoid, but come on, Sally. You know Adam better than anyone. You know he wouldn't do this to you right now, especially not with everything you'd have been through. But she is just so blinded by the stress of everything falling apart that she's looking for a scapegoat, and Adam and Chelsea are standing right there in the line of fire. It is so frustrating to watch because we, as the audience, know exactly who is pulling the strings. It's Victor. It is always Victor. Because let's just rewind for a second and look at how we even got into this massive corporate mess. Remember when Phyllis Summers handed Newman Media over to Billy Abbott? Yeah, that was a total disaster waiting to happen. And then Billy, in all his infinite wisdom, just hands it over to Sally and encourages her to merge it into her own company. So Sally takes Newman Media and folds it into Spectra Charles, thinking she's building this untouchable, independent empire. But did anyone actually think Victor Newman was just gonna sit back and let his family's namesake media company get swallowed up by Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra? I mean, seriously. Victor has been fuming about this theft for months. He wants Newman Media back, and he does not care who he has to crush to get it. And this is where I actually feel so bad for Adam, which is wild because I used to hate him. I know. Adam has done terrible things in the past. Remember when they tried this Ruthless Adam storyline years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either because fans actually like seeing him have a heart. And right now, Adam is desperately trying to be the good guy. He knows his father is gunning for Spectra Charles to rip Newman Media back out of it. And Adam is terrified of what this stress will do to Sally, because Sally is pregnant. And we all know the devastating history there. They lost baby Ava, and that trauma is still so incredibly raw for both of them. Adam is absolutely terrified that Victor's corporate warfare is going to cause Sally to have a medical crisis or lose this baby too. He is genuinely trying to protect her. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Chelsea for a second. Am I the only one who feels like Chelsea is just constantly catching strays in this storyline? She is standing there next to Adam, trying to present a united front, and Sally just tears into her with these shocking accusations. Chelsea is actually trying to help. She and Adam went to Victor with this whole 6-month plan to rebuild Newman Media from scratch, completely leaving Spectra Charles alone. They pitched this incredibly reasonable, well-thought-out strategy to Victor because they wanted to protect Sally and her new business. And what does Sally do? She accuses them of sabotage. I was yelling at my television, Sally, they are trying to save you. Sometimes I just want to shake these characters until they see the truth. So Adam tries to reason with Victor. He literally begs his father to take the 6-month plan and leave Sally alone. But Victor Newman does not compromise. He never has and he never will. He just looks at Adam and gives him this cold, ruthless take it or leave it ultimatum. Victor is perfectly fine with blowing up Spectra Charles to get what he wants. He doesn't want Billy Abbott to get away with his role in this whole merger mess, and he certainly isn't going to let Sally keep his company. He doesn't care that Sally is pregnant. He doesn't care about Adam's feelings or his past trauma. He just wants his company back. It is so classic Victor, but it still makes my blood boil. Adam is trying so hard to prevent Sally from getting hurt again, and Victor is just bulldozing right through his own son's fragile emotional state. Okay, back to the point. As if the corporate sabotage wasn't enough to make my head spin, we need to talk about Carl Abbott. I am sorry, but who does Carl think he is right now? He actually marched his way up to the Newman Ranch to confront Victor. Carl Abbott, going toe-to-toe with the mustache. I was laughing so hard I almost choked. Kyle is furious about the whole Patty Williams nightmare, and honestly, he has every right to be mad. Victor literally funded Patty's return, put her on a yacht, and had Jack drugged and kidnapped. It is one of the most diabolical, twisted things Victor has ever done, and that is saying a lot for a man who has a rap sheet a mile long. So Kyle storms in there, puffing out his chest, threatening Victor with revenge. He tells Victor that he's going to make him pay for bringing Patty back into their lives and causing all this chaos for Jack and Diane. He hints that a massive revenge plot is coming. And how does Victor react? He laughs. He literally laughs in Kyle's face. Victor calls him a worthless son who used to look promising before he started following in Jack's pathetic footsteps. The absolute disrespect. I mean, I know Victor is a monster, but the way Eric Braeden delivers those lines is just television gold. Victor tells Kyle he is absolutely no match for him and warns him to back off and know his place. And then Victor gets all theatrical, which is my favorite version of Victor. Kyle says he's going to come back with a real plan to ruin him, and Victor throws his hands up and goes, "Oh my God, I can't wait," before basically tossing Kyle out on his ear. It was the most condescending, hilarious dismissal I have ever seen on this show. I know some people are loving this dark Kyle era where he's trying to be this ruthless mastermind, but personally, I think Kyle is way out of his depth. He is playing a very dangerous game. If Kyle dares to provoke Victor too much, Victor is not going to hesitate to strike back, and he will absolutely destroy him. Kyle is literally turning into a Newman with better hair, and it is a disaster waiting to happen. But wait, here is the twist. The absolute second Kyle leaves the room, Victor drops the smug facade. Suddenly, he's not laughing anymore, because Victor knows that Patty Williams is a wild card. If Kyle actually manages to make a deal with Patty, the woman who literally stabbed his father, Victor's entire empire could be at risk. Victor is secretly panicking about whether the charges against Patty will stick, but he would never, ever let an abbot see him sweat. He is putting on this brave face, but deep down, he knows this Patty situation has spiraled completely out of his control. And can we just pause and look at what Kyle is becoming? He is going to exchange favors with the woman who stabbed Jack and injected Diane with digitalis just to get dirt on Victor. It is so twisted. I mean, remember when they tried to make Kyle the moral compass of the Abbott family? Yeah, those days are long gone. He is completely losing his soul to this revenge plot. I kinda love the drama, but I also hate seeing him stoop so low. He is letting his hatred for Victor turn him into the exact kind of person he claims to despise. It's hypocritical, but man, does it make for good TV. Speaking of tragic, we absolutely have to talk about Nikki Newman. My heart is just breaking for her right now. She is stumbling around the Newman Ranch, dealing with severe vision loss, covered in bandages, and completely in the dark both literally and figuratively. It is so painful to watch her struggle to adapt to her new reality. Victoria is trying to help her count steps just so she can navigate her own home. And on top of all her physical trauma and the sheer terror of possibly being blind forever, she is completely isolated from the truth of what her husband has been doing. We all know Nikki is going to find out about Jack and Diane soon. She is going to hear the horrific details about Patty stabbing Jack and nearly killing Diane with a syringe. And Nikki is already under so much pressure when she connects the dots and realizes that Victor set the stage for all of this. She is going to absolutely lose her mind. Nikki already has a fragile relationship with Victor right now. Finding out that he orchestrated a kidnapping and drugging that led to her dear friend Jack almost bleeding to death on his dining room floor. That might be the final nail in the coffin for their marriage. I am dreading the moment Nikki confronts Victor, but I am also so here for it. She is going to be furious that Victor's petty, obsessive hatred for Jack resulted in such horrific violence. Because let's be real, Victor brought a deeply unstable, dangerous woman back into town just to ruin a marriage, and he completely lost control of the situation. Nikki is going to hold him entirely responsible for Jack's stabbing, and Victor is going to do what he always does: deflect, deny, and blame everyone else. He will never admit he was wrong, and Nikki is going to be pushed right to her breaking point. So we have Sally melting down and accusing Adam, Victor preparing to blow up Spectre Charles, Kyle making deals with the devil, and Nikki completely in the dark about her husband's monstrous actions. The writers are weaving all these storylines together so perfectly right now. I know a lot of fans complain about the pacing sometimes, but you have to admit, the tension is just building and building to an explosive climax. Every single character is on a collision course, and I am literally counting down the hours until the next episode. I just want to know how Sally is going to react when she finally realizes Victor is the real mastermind. When that truth comes out, the fallout is going to be epic. And as for Kyle, I am genuinely scared for him. Victor warned him to stay in his lane, and Kyle is ignoring every single red flag. This is going to end in tears, people. I am calling it right now. What do you guys think? Am I crazy for being on Adam's side here? Let me know, because I need to talk about this with people who actually get it.